The scoring for Tyler Hero is always going to be there. He is a bucket, but the defensive improvement and really just the physicality that he needs to play with. Those are areas that Tyler could shore up a little bit to make sure he's on the floor for some of the biggest moments of a season.
Now Suggs drives to the hoop. Made that one. It's his 7th of the contest, 7 for 15 from the floor.
And really good habits paying off for Suggs. He's finding shots and drumming up points for his squad.
Kings moving the ball around. Here's Hero. Some solid defense from Harris. Minnesota leading by 5. Pass to Brown. Back to Harris. Here's Suggs. Harris with it. Lets it go. And Jones pulls it down. Jones has got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Here's Carrington. And the dunk to finish it off. Beauty.
If you came to watch a scoring battle, you're in the right place.
Both of these teams locked in on the offensive end. It's going to be a high-scoring affair tonight.
And so Chris Finch calls for the timeout. He has decided it's the right time to talk. Time now to turn to our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David.
I was able to listen in on what Chris Finch told the team. Coach was really hyping up his guys. He told them, this is what it's all about, fellas. You're in this spot for a reason. Go out and take this win. See if they can follow those instructions, guys.
Thank you, David. Brown, the pass to Suggs. To the paint. It's tipped. Jones with it. Picked up by Harris. Pass to Jones. Over Harris. Got that one, and the Minnesota lead has been cut down to 1 on the bucket from Jones.
Really good work on the interior. That is a critical 2 points there. That was an ideal scenario, really, from point-blank range and also a size advantage.
And that one is good from Suggs.
Huge hole in the defense that possession. He didn't waste any time cutting through it.
Hero kicks to Vucevic. Pass to Jones. To the inside. Here's Hero. That's in. Coming off an assist from Jones. Jones has got his 4th assist in this one. Minnesota's gone 1 of 3 from outside the arc since we've reached the 4th quarter. And here is Suggs. But Trey, he doesn't hit that one. And for the Kings, their shooting has just been outstanding tonight. 56% as a team in this game.
That is world class.
Love seeing that there. A huge possession, and he nets it.
Suggs with the ball. The rebound by Carrington. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
Really the right play defensively. If you can't block, force him to the line.
He drops the first one, and that will put them up by 2. Second one is good. Hitting both at the line, and it's a 3-point game. This could be a turning point.
Critical possession right here.
Now, here's Suggs. He's guarded closely. It's in! And what a sensational bucket to bring them within 1. And here's Hero. He'll bring it up for Sacramento. 17 seconds left in the game. Just 5 to shoot. Here's the three. Buries it from outside.
Give them credit. They worked hard all game, now looking to finish it.
No, great job of getting in position to win a game. It's been an all-out effort from the squad.
Minnesota calls timeout. They trail by 4. And let's get your take, guys. What's the strategy?
Score, then hope for some missed free throws or a turnover at the other end.
Yeah, this won't be easy, so a little bit of luck will go a long way for them to get back in.
Here's Brown. Long range from the inbound. No good on that one. And so it's Sacramento who scrape by with the win. And tonight, not just a regular season win, it also counts in the NBA Cup standings.
And if you look at the teams that advance in the Cup, you normally have to win this first game, so they're off to a strong start.
And now, let's check in with David Aldridge reporting from the sideline for our player of the game. David, take it away.
Thanks very much, Tyler. They're a good road team, but you guys got a good win at home and took care of business on the home floor.
Yeah, we had to be locked in. We know how good they are. They come in every time we play them with a lot of energy, a lot of focus. So come in here, we got to get stops. We know how tough they are. Make a couple of shots, and get out of here with the W.
Hard fought, but well earned. Congrats on the win. Back to you.
Thank you, David. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. So for David Aldridge, Greg Anthony, Brett Barry, and the whole 2K Sports crew, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for being with us. And now, our player of the game, Tyler Hero.
Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the
Special thanks to Skylar Cole for that lovely performance of the national anthem. We'll be right back, folks. Welcome, everyone, to 2K Sports. And to the first game of a back-to-back. Is managing minutes a priority for the coaching staff, Doris?
I think, Brian, for coaches, you're just reacting in real time to how the game unfolds. Minutes are always a concern when it's a back-to-back situation. Well, let's say we get down the stretch and this is a possession ball game. Usually you're going to choose, I'm going to put my best players on the floor and try to win the game right in front of me.
And the Milwaukee starting five. Derek White out there with Dyson Daniels. Then it's Andre Drummond. Then there's Jonathan Isaac. And it's Durant in at the three. Holiday finds Williams. Middleton against Durant. 4 on the clock. Oh, denied by Durant. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Durant. And you got to be in awe of incredible defensive efforts like this.
And that kind of rejection early on energizes your squad. The coaching staff just loves this kind of hustle.
Tatum from long range. Now Durant. Outside White. Outside Durant. Hornets with the rebound. Their last game, a win against the Magic, looking to carry it into this one.
And I'll tell you, that was not an easy environment to play in. It was a hostile crowd on the road, but it didn't bother them at all.
Well, the best way to silence a crowd is with your offensive game. Those fans got quiet in a hurry when the buckets started raining down.
Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Allie LaForce.
I caught up with Coach Charles Lee. We talked about Kevin Durant and what his plan is for trying to contain him, and Coach said, quote, "We don't want him to get into a rhythm. That's when he's most dangerous." I told our guys to get up in his airspace and make him feel the pressure. An aggressive approach, but certainly a wise one when it comes to a player like KD. Guys, back to you.
Appreciate the report, Allie. Tatum gets the bucket.
What a weapon the three has become for Jason Tatum. Look out.
Well, Grant, from roster to coaching changes, the Bucks have been trying to become an even more elite team.
Yeah, teams are always tinkering now these days, BA. The Bucks know they are a high-level team, but they want to dominate the competition on another level.
Durant with the bucket.
Kevin Durant is a gifted shot maker. What you can do, I can do better.
Holiday with the ball. As far as his production, he's averaging about 8 points per game. There's Tatum with the three. Doesn't go for him.
And this is exactly who you want taking that shot. He just missed it.
Over Ivy. Durant with another miss.
Boy, with his shot not falling right now, it might be time to look in a different direction. See if you can get your teammates started.
They set the pick. There's Tatum with the three. That bucket makes him 3 for 5.
Boy, it seems like every shot he puts up, it's going in. This guy is hot, hot.
Daniels passes to Durant. Picked by Isaac. Middleton against Durant. Pass to Isaac. 6 on the shot clock. Tried to answer back, but that three is off the mark. Now here's Ivy. Tight defense on him. The kick to Tatum. Offensive rebound. A nice shot by Ivy.
And the hops on Ivy, making him a promising rebounder. We got a taste of it right there.
Outside White. Pass to Durant. Here's the three. And the Bucks miss again.
Boy, what a nightmare quarter for this guy. He's playing right into the hands of the defense at this point.
Ivy passes to Middleton. Back to Ivy. And the foul is called. He missed it, so he's got a couple of free throws coming his way. Grant, the Hornets are a team hoping to end a pretty substantial playoff drought.
Yeah, it's been a long time since they made a buzz in the postseason, but their return could be closer than people think. A few smart moves here or there might be all it takes.
2 shots.
That free throw misses.
And when you talk about Ivy, his explosiveness really stands out, especially when he's running the floor.
And he can't get the second one to drop either. Coming up empty that time. And in recent seasons, Grant, almost no team's been hit by the injury bug as much as the Hornets.
Yeah, B.A. I mean, you wonder what they could have done if they'd stayed healthy. They built the team around key players, and those guys have just missed a lot of time.
Outside Holiday. Tatum, a screen on White. Holiday finds Tatum. It's hauled in by Isaac. Bucks trail by 3. And it's Durant with the finish.
How about the quick jump from Kevin Durant? He was impressive on that one.
Impressive looks on the AT&T 5G Slam Cam. Here's Middleton. He's coming off a 10-point game against the Magic in Orlando. Pass to Holiday. Back to Middleton. Wide open. Drummond grabs the miss.
And for him, that's a great look. Expect him to go right back to it if it's available.
No doubt. Very good play call, good execution. Sometimes it just doesn't fall.
And the foul on Jaden Ivey. That's his first foul. Milwaukee making a switch here. Finney Smith's checked in.
Substitution for Milwaukee. Number 20, Dorian Finney-Smith.
Pass to Durant. Just 5 on the clock. And that one goes in as he's fouled. It'll be 3 points if he converts the free throw. And the Bucks with some changes. Fernando comes in for Drummond. And it's Jones in for White.
Kevin Durant at the line for one.
Free throw is good from Durant. When you look at the career of Kevin Durant, he's had an amazing list of teammates, Grant.
Yeah, that's true, B.A. And it started with Westbrook and Harden. Then he had Steph, Clay, and Dre, Kyrie, and then Booker and Beal. That is quite the list.
To end the run, it's Milwaukee with a rebound. They defeated Detroit in their last game.
Yeah, they really worked hard to find shots in that one. Some good play calls and energy on the offensive end.
Well, give credit to a couple of their guys for their complete locked-in nature. They were just focused, and they made everything they looked at.
And it's Charles Lee calling timeout here. He wants to give him a breather and talk things over. Charlotte making some changes. Caruso comes in for Chris Middleton, and it's George in for Holiday. George, he's checked in for the Bucks. Christie comes in for Daniels. Hornets trail by 4. On the wing, Ivy. Caruso outside. Back to Ivy. 5 on the clock. Let's have a look at the leaderboard now and see the toughest defensive teams in the league these past 10 games. Number 1, the Hornets. Milwaukee, second.
Great game planning by both of these coaching staffs as of late. Both teams have been effective defensively.
Shooting 2.
Free throw good. Ivy. Hayes is checked in for Charlotte. That one falls, so he hits both of them. Here's Jones. And here are the Bucks now. They've gone on a 10-2 run, not allowing much. George passes to Jones. Driving to the basket, uses the glass on the layup.
Looks like we're starting to see a pattern here. Not afraid to get in the paint and get wet.
And here's Tatum. He had 16 in the win against Orlando. Played it in with a nice touch off the window. Tatum's got 11 points.
Well, there's a mix of strength and agility that Jason Tatum is taking advantage of. Nice work in there.
Back to Jones. Lets it go from deep. And the rebound goes to Charlotte.
He couldn't believe how open he was. He just couldn't convert it.
Time now to hear from our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Brian, last season, Jason Tatum surpassed 10,000 career points. He said, "It sounds crazy. I always think about when I was a kid growing up with my mom and saying I wanted to be in the NBA. I may have thought I would be one of the best players, but to actually do it is a surreal feeling." Brian, he's being honest.
Yeah, dreams do come true, Allie. Thank you, Christy. Yes, and it's George picking up the assist. And the Bucks lead by 5.
And that's what they want to do. Get him open looks early.
Ivy outside. From downtown, Fernando grabs the miss. Milwaukee leading by 5. All right, and we got a report from Shams Charania with news out of the Western Conference. Shams, take it away.
Thank you, B.A. Right now, the story is with Sacramento as the Kings front office is executing early season deals. They made a deal for Tyler Hero, a guy who plays with absolutely no fear. He's ultra confident, but he almost always backs it up. And from everything I hear, he's a fiery competitor who brings a lot to the table for this team.
Always great to hear from you, Shams. Thanks so much.
A growing aspect of George's game. He's working to become a strong facilitator.
And a timeout called here by Doc Rivers. He wants a few moments to regroup with his players. Arabia's checked in for Charlotte. Krejci comes in for Ivy. The Bucks also with a sub. Vanderbilt's checked in. Here's Milwaukee. They're on a 17-6 run. Pass to Christie. George, a screen on George. Here's Christie. And the rebound goes to Charlotte.
So far, rebounding has been a focal point for them.
Now Caruso. Shot clock at 5. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Caruso's gotten his second bucket.
Well, great possession there. Anytime you end up at the rim with a high percentage look, perfect.
Back to Jones. George, a screen on Caruso. Here's Jones. Caruso grabs the board.
Well, this is the kind of shot we've come to expect him to make. He's got to be upset with that one.
51 seconds left in the first. Pass to Hayes. Here's Laravia, guarded by Vanderbilt. Charlotte needs to get one up in a hurry. Hey, shot's good.
Getting enough shots in close to play inside out.
And so it's Jones who brings up the ball for Milwaukee. And this game, the first chance they've had to see Charlotte.
Yeah, they got swept by this team in the season series last year, which goes against all logic.
Connects from downtown. Jones has got 5 points.
Obviously, any coach would be comfortable giving Tyus Jones the ball in pick-and-roll action. He's just so smart, guys.
Caruso outside. There's 10 seconds left in the first quarter of the game. From behind the arc. That one is off. And that concludes the first quarter of play. The Bucks on top, up by 4. And we'll be back in just a minute with the start of the second quarter. And for those of you just tuning in, second quarter action is where we are. All right, guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown for Milwaukee.
Yeah, their early focus on outside scoring has paid off. They're finding plenty of points from three-point land.
I think the other thing they've done a great job of is making their presence felt inside, converting tons of paint opportunities.
Drew Holiday out there with Alex Caruso. Then it's Chris Middleton, then it's Williams, and it's Tatum in at the 4-man position. That's the Hornets 5. Hornets trail by 6. Now here's Tatum. Middleton from the outside. The shot no good.
And he almost made them regret defending him so loosely.
Christie passes to Clark. Now White. He's guarded by Caruso. White against Caruso. White drives in. Rebound by Middleton. Well, the Hornets shooting only 42%. Pass to Caruso. Back to Middleton. Plenty of space. Drummond grabs the miss. Drummond's got his 5th rebound in this one. White against Caruso. To the middle. Tipped. Stolen by Middleton. And it's Caruso on the take. It's good. And he drew contact on the shot, so he will go to the line. A 3-point play opportunity. Ivy's checked in for Drew Holiday. Finney Smith's checked in for the Bucks. Durant comes in for Christie.
Alex Caruso. 1 shot.
And Caruso no good on that one. Well, Doris, for a while, the amount of 3-pointers seemed to grow exponentially. I think it's plateaued now.
You know, B.A., I'm not sure I agree that it's plateaued. What we do know unequivocally is these organizations have defined how to be the most efficient basketball team. And each and every year, we're setting records in that category. They're just getting smart about the kinds of shots you want and when. We're seeing more shots at the rim, and we're still heavily emphasizing the 3-point line.
And here's Charlotte now. After the basket by Milwaukee on the other end. Middleton, no good.
Boy, they can't cut into this lead with him going stone cold and only so much time to turn it around.
Durant draws the double. Oh, KD making the Bigs feel his presence.
Contesting Kevin Durant's shot is so hard because his release point is so high.
Tatum a screen on Durant. Now here's Tatum. He's marked by Finney Smith. Tatum can't hit. Milwaukee leading by 8. Durant surveying the D. Drummond a screen on Middleton. And he's going to the line for 2. The official saw contact while he was going up. And Kevin Durant is arguably the greatest scoring forward ever. What makes KD so incredible, Doris?
BA, this game better go into triple overtime if I've got to list everything that makes this guy special. Size, elite shooting, ability to handle the ball at 7 feet, put it on the deck, get past, finish in traffic, rebound. You need me to guard every single position on the defensive end? I can do that. I could go on all night. How much time we got, B.A.?
One of the all-time greats, Kevin Durant, the Slim Reaper. Isaac, he's checked in for Milwaukee. Daniels comes in for White. He does not get the second one.
And one of the best things about Kevin Durant is he simply locks in on exactly what's in front of him at the moment. If that means working at practice, that's what he does. If that's competing at a high level in the game, that's what he does.
Now here's Tatum. 11 points in the game. Oh, and a great bucket from Tatum. Taking the hit.
And once more this half, they find a way to get great position inside.
Here's Daniels. He's guarded by Caruso. They get it back. And the dunk by Isaac.
Well, with that length, you want to see Jonathan Isaac attack the offensive glass. Put that 7'1" wingspan to work.
Middleton passes to Tatum. There's a screen. Oh, Tatum slings it from deep.
Another triple for him. His 4th of the night after that monster first quarter where he hit 3 of them.
Here's Daniels. He's guarded by Caruso. Daniels passes to Finney-Smith. And here's Durant. Launches a 3. The rebound by Jason Tatum.
He has that confidence rolling, hitting 2 threes in the first, but he hasn't had one since.
Clark with it, and it's Ivy picking him up. Clark, the pass to Durant. Shot is off. He's 5 for 12. And it's Caruso with the ball for Charlotte. Ivy outside. The 3 is up. And Charlotte, another 3.
I love the way they're spacing the floor this quarter. Their three-point percentage has really gone up.
Here's Daniels. He's guarded by Caruso. And here's Clark for 3. Drains the triple. Clark's got his first 3 points of the game.
Man, this is just fun. These teams are trading threes back and forth.
Well, that three-point shot just gives you so much room to operate on the offensive end.
And we've got a timeout called by Charles Lee. He's going to talk it over with his guys. And Charlotte making a change here. Hayes is checked in. Now that we're into November, let's see how the Eastern Conference standings are shaken out. You look at Charlotte, they've started strong this year, holding the second-place spot. And, of course, Milwaukee, 2 spots below.
You know, for the Hornets, it's impressive how well they have played. I mean, some teams need more time before they start clicking, but not them. They were ready from the beginning.
And what a good feeling it is to play such high-quality basketball so early in the season. This kind of start sets the foundation for what could be a monster year.
Now here's Middleton. No points yet. And Durant with the block.
Well, how about the defense from Kevin Durant? Sends that shot back.
Clark, the pass to Durant. Here's Daniels. He's guarded by Caruso. And the call will be against Jonathan Isaac. That'll be a second foul of the game.
First team foul.
So for the Hornets, Laravia's checked in for Chris Middleton. And it's Keontae George in for Caruso. And Milwaukee also making a switch. George, he's checked in for Kevin Durant. Pass to Hayes. Here's the pick. Tatum from long range. JT for 3.
And this is how he shines. He's a big part of their floor spacing.
And right now, Greg, he is doing a great job delivering for this team. Productive and efficient.
George finds Clark. And it's off from three-point range. Hornets trail by 3. Pass to Ivy. Over Clark. Ivy's shot is off. Milwaukee is gone 5 of 12 from three-point range tonight. George passes to Clark. George outside. Here's Daniels. 5 to shoot. Finney-Smith a screen. Drops in the 3. Daniels has gotten himself going with a triple. His first basket of the game. Tatum passes to George. And the shot is good on the assist by Tatum.
And just muscling it in, George, very aggressive.
Outside, Finney-Smith. Back to Daniels. George, a screen on George. Daniels passes to Clark. Pass to George, and here's Finney-Smith, hounded by Tatum. Finney-Smith's shot is off.
Now there's your rim protection. That's how you defend the post.
Boy, he really anchors well on the block. Very difficult to back down.
Here's Laravia. Yet to see a basket. Here's a look at what's coming up for the Charlotte Hornets. On Sunday, they'll be matching up with LeBron James and the Cleveland Cavaliers. And then on Tuesday, they'll be matching up against Steven Adams and the Brooklyn Nets.
And that game against Milwaukee, it's going to be a hard-fought battle. You just hope they are able to execute their game plan, as it should be a close one.
And he makes a first. Drew Holiday's checked in for Charlotte. And the Bucks will go for a different look here. Fernando's checked in for Isaac. Vanderbilt comes in for Finney-Smith. Christie's checked in for Clark. And Tyus Jones subbed in for Daniels. That's also good, so he hits both free throws. And a timeout called here by Doc Rivers. Coach wants to speak to his guys, maybe alter some of the game plan. Krejci's checked in for Jason Tatum. And a quick look here at some of the numbers for Jason Tatum.
And he's had a rough past 5 games. He's had trouble finding his offensive rhythm and just hasn't been as effective as he'd like to be on that end. But this is something all players go through, and I'm sure he'll fight his way back.
The Bucks have gotten 6 of their 12 attempts to go since the end of the first. George against Jones. Shot clock at 6. George, a screen on George. Jones from outside. It's Hayes with the rebound. Charlotte has gone 6 for 12 from deep so far in this game. Here's Holiday. George, right side. And the shot is good on the assist by Holiday. George has got 4 points now in the quarter. Now Jones. 5 points in the game. Pass to Christie. Oh, there's the alley. And stolen by Hayes. To the left side wing. Here's Laravia. And the go-ahead bucket, no good.
No defender in sight. He tries to take initiative, but ultimately comes away empty-handed.
Christie passes to Vanderbilt. Here's Christie. He's covered by Holiday. Just 5 on the clock. George, a screen on George. Jones from outside. Hornets with the rebound.
No idea why he's attempting so many outside shots. It's not his day, and he needs to either look to drive or get it to an open teammate.
Here's Krejci. The rebound by the Bucks. Fernando's got 4 rebounds now. Gives us a chance to catch up with Allie LaForce.
Hey, Brian. Well, a lot of change for this Hornets organization. New ownership, a new front office, a new head coach, some exciting new talent. They're renovating the arena and building a new practice facility. Other than that, not much has changed. BA?
Business as usual, Allie. Thanks. Now here's George. Still without a bucket. That one's good for 2. And the Bucks lead by 2.
Well, as good a playmaker as there is in the game for his teammates, Tyus Jones, so solid with the basketball.
41 seconds left in the second quarter. From 9 feet. Yes, on the jumper. George has got 6.
They just look so overwhelmed inside. That's why they continue to get attacked.
It's George on the wing. And the three-pointer goes.
That right there, that's the kind of look this system is designed to create.
It's George on the wing, defended by Jones. George outside. Here's Laravia. Back to George. Fires the three. That one doesn't drop. And we're through the first half of play here in what's been a good one. Milwaukee out in front. They lead by 3. Well, now we have some time to check in with Allie LaForce. Allie.
Doc, as this team continues to develop, what's going to be most critical to really taking your...
All right, good stuff, Allie. And we'll get back to the action at the start of the third quarter.
Please direct your attention to center court and get ready for the fan half-court shot. Drums, please. And that's very enough.
Just like what I had for breakfast this morning, a big old donut with the big hole in the center of the team. Look, Embiid plays with the edge. Incredibly productive at both ends. Believes.
And taking a closer look at that first half, how about Kevin Durant?
He's been hunting for a shot pretty much all first half, and why not? The results speak for themselves.
From the naked eye, he just looks like he wants it more than anybody else on the floor.
Isn't
Ernie, what is a naked eye?
I was just about to say, isn't the eye always naked?
It is.
Well, no, if you put glasses on.
Ooh.
Are glasses like clothes? Eye clothes. Let's start a new company, Kenny.
Second half of basketball is upon us, and we may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game we've seen so far. And you know, Jason Tatum, he's been really making it happen, guys.
He's hit shot after shot from deep. He's so locked in right now.
Well, he's in a great rhythm, looking comfortable and confident.
The Bucks leading by 3. And on the floor for Doc Rivers as we get into the second half. Kevin Durant is out there with Jonathan Isaac. Then there's Dyson Daniels. Then it's Derek White. And it's Drummond in at the center position. Down low. Here's Durant. Williams grabs the board. Williams has got 5 rebounds in the game. And so Middleton will bring it up for Charlotte. Ivy outside. Back to Middleton. And Durant with the block.
I think it's probably the most underrated aspect of Kevin Durant's game. He's elite defensively and sends that shot back.
And stolen by Williams. 3 on 3. And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws.
Personal foul.
That one on White. Doris, even as he gets up there in age, Drew Holiday is still an elite defender.
Brian, it's really remarkable how valuable a piece he is. They call him the Swiss Army knife because he is one of those rare individuals that can guard all 5 positions. He understands schemes. He's willing to mix things up. Drew Holiday is elite, period.
So he gets them both.
He's making the most of every trip to the line, providing for his team.
Milwaukee's got 7 of their 16 three-point attempts to go in. Pass to Durant. 4-3. Tatum pulls it in. Tatum's got 6 rebounds here tonight.
Well, they have the advantage, but you still feel like this guy needs to find a way to get himself going.
Middleton with it. Still no points. Tatum can't hit.
Stumbling to start the second half. 3 straight misses.
Daniels passes to White. Durant against Middleton. Right side Durant. Over Middleton. The Hornets pull it in. Tatum's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. Middleton outside. And it's a defensive 3-second violation. He's getting his first free throw attempt of the game here.
Chris Middleton.
And he shows the focus there. Nails the tee.
A proven champion. Middleton is someone any team would love to have. A great player and a great locker room presence as well.
Now here's Holiday. Ivy passes to Holiday. Clock at 6. Tatum a screen on White. Three-pointer. Holiday sinks the tray. Holiday's got 5 points now this quarter.
Yeah, by most standards, Drew Holiday is very selective with his three-point shooting, but boy, he can knock it down.
White against Holiday. White looking it over. For three, Durant. KD splashes the triple.
Their first basket in 4 tries. Let's see if that basket gets them going. It can be contagious now.
Middleton outside. Count it, and one. He'll have a chance at a three-point play. They'll pin that one on Jonathan Isaac. And this is his second trip to the line tonight.
At the line for Charlotte, Chris Middleton.
If they keep hitting free throws at this clip, it'll help them seal the deal.
A touch over 2.5 minutes of basketball played here in the third quarter. White, the pass to Durant. Three-pointer off the mark.
Only 20% shooting in this quarter. They need to settle down and relax a little bit here.
Outside Tatum. Holiday from long range. It's hauled in by Isaac. Bucks trail by 3. And here's Durant. He's got 17. Outside White. Drummond to screen on Ivy. Just 5 to shoot. White finds Drummond. And the jam by Drummond.
That's an excellent decision. Playing in the pick and roll, just understanding where the windows are, delivers it right in the pocket.
And it's Charles Lee calling timeout here. He wants to give him a breather and talk things over. And Charlotte making a change here. Caruso's checked in. Finney-Smith's checked in for the Bucks. Clark comes in for Durant. Third quarter action, and just under 3.5 minutes have passed. Outside Tatum. Pass to Holiday. Back to Tatum, and it's Dorian Finney-Smith with the foul. That's his first foul.
And that puts them just 1 foul from the bonus.
He's had just 1 attempt at the line earlier.
Assistant, Drew Holiday. At the line for your Hornets, Alex Caruso. 1 shot.
We've gone about 3.5 minutes here into the third. Drummond to screen on Holiday. White to pass to Drummond. That's tipped. And that's out of bounds. Milwaukee will keep it. And now with a break, here are the best passing teams in the NBA so far. 5th best, the Bucks.
This is a squad that understands the importance of being unselfish and moving the ball. You love to watch smart basketball like that.
Right side White. Oh, it's blocked by Williams. Now here's Holiday. He's guarded closely. Outside Tatum. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Dorian Doris, it seems like every year Tatum's name is right atop the MVP ballot.
To me, Brian, it speaks not only to his talent, but also his consistency and the work ethic. The game is important to him. He's versatile. He's clutch. He's everything you want in a star player.
First free throw is good. You know, it's easy to focus on Jason Tatum scoring, but Doris, he's excellent in a number of areas.
Brian, he's a high-level rebounder. He now knows how to keep his teammates involved. He's competitive on the defensive end and willing to absorb a big-time assignment. He has got a complete game. Well, what's impressive to me about Jason Tatum is how he attacks his weaknesses in the offseason. This guy is committed to greatness.
Here's Daniels. Looking at the numbers, he's putting up 7 points a game. Over Ivy. Daniels, that one's true. Daniels has got 5 points. Charlotte leading by 3. Now here's Holiday. He's got 5. Charlotte again missing. Here's Daniels. Ivy defends. Daniels, that one's true.
And guys, the way this defense is getting manhandled down low, you have to wonder if they're at 100% right now.
Now Ivy. He's got 7. Outside Tatum. Caruso left side.
Stay there.
Over Clark. And it falls all over the rim and in. 9 points in the game. Bucks trail by 3. Here's Daniels. 7 points in the game. Outside White. Pass to Clark. Wide open look. The Hornets pull it in. Ivy outside. Holiday with the ball. Back to Ivy. Williams with the screen. Ivy's shot is off. The Bucks have gotten only 4 of 10 shots to fall so far in the third. Here's Drummond. Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot 2.
Well, this has been the book on defending Andre Drummond on the interior. Make him earn it at the charity stripe.
And a moment to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from here for the Hornets.
Well, you love their unselfish play. Keeping that ball moving, good shot to great. That's winning basketball.
You know what else has been important is they've been focused and they have gotten themselves to the line, made their free throws, doing all the little things.
No good on the free throw.
Guys, what I appreciate about Andre Drummond is that he understands his role night by night. Be physical, defend the basket, rebound with great intensity. He gives it to you every single night.
And he's good on the second. And here are the Hornets now. 2-point game. Here's Krejci. No points so far. Outside, Williams. Pass to Krejci. On the wing, Ivy. Clark covers. Ivy. Oh, he hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points. And the Hornets lead by 4.
Woo, hard work creating the second chance opportunity.
To the paint. Here's Drummond. And he floats it in for the easy 2. Credit the sweet setup on that one.
Yeah, such a rarity these days, but Andre Drummond is a true 5. The guy wants to work on the interior.
George drives in. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting. It goes on Tyus Jones. You know, from day one in the NBA, Keontae George had the ability to create his own shot like few others, Doris.
There are certain guys that are electric with their athleticism and the live body they bring to the game. Keontae George knows how to score, and as he develops as a playmaker, look out.
That's good from George.
And there's no question George can fill it up. For him, it's about focusing on shooting good percentages.
Fernando's checked in for the Bucks. George comes in for Clark. George hits them both.
Keontae George, guys, a talented backcourt guy. He can create off the dribble. He can make snappy passes. Everything you want in a combo guard.
Now here's George. He's got 5. Outside Vanderbilt. Here's Fernando. And he goes in for the dunk.
Well, he's such a good athlete for a center. It's how he's able to succeed despite being one of the smallest 5s in the NBA.
George finds Williams. Ivy outside. Fernando grabs the miss. Fernando's got 6 rebounds in the game. Back to Jones. Pass to George for the tie. And it's Laravia with a rebound. The Hornets with a lead. Here's Krejci. He's scoreless. George for 3. Rebounded by the Bucks.
He had more than enough room to hit that, just couldn't make it happen.
Outside Jones. A minute 31 left in the third. Back to George. Outside Vanderbilt. Left side Jones. Here's George. Ooh, can't tie it up as that one's no good. Charlotte's gone just 1 of 6 from long distance here in the third. The shots just aren't falling. Krejci, the pass to George. Hits the trifecta. George has got 5 points in the quarter.
This guy is cooking right now. He is leading them on the offensive end as they remain in front here.
Pass to Christie. And he's going for the oop here. Alley-oop up top. Hammer it home.
A great read between those two guys. The defense didn't stand a chance, B.A.
These two teammates right here, Grant, they are connected. Now here's Ivy. He's got 9. This one for 3. And Charlotte, another 3.
Well, after netting one in the first half, that's the second deep ball to go down for this guy.
George against Jones. To the inside. And stolen by Williams. 6 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Pass to Laravia. And the 3 off target. And it's Jones with the ball for the Bucks. They trail by 6. They'll be playing host to Houston for their next game. That game marks the start of a 4-game homestand for the club.
Oh, that's a cagey move right there. Tyus Jones showing no fear.
Ivy with the ball. With the tip. He knocks it down. Wait a minute. The officials getting together here. They may want to review this one. Well, we thought the third quarter was...
The previous play is under review.
They're trying to see if he released the ball before the buzzer or not.
And of course, they want to make sure it was the right call, but I'm not sure how much it'll impact this game. We'll see.
The ruling on the floor is confirmed.
And they've gotten enough looks at it. The basket will not count. The quarter ended before he got it off.
That was a great idea to give it a second glance. The replay system is available, so you've got to utilize it.
The third quarter comes to a close. Charlotte on top, leading by 4. And coming up as soon as we return from break, the fourth quarter. And a moment now as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, just shredding the defense with that feed. Zero chance to stop that.
Well, that's what a great pass will do, right? You love the unselfish play.
And it's been a very competitive game so far as we get rolling here in quarter number 4. Hornets leading by 4. We've got Robert Williams, Drew Holiday out there with Ivy. Then it's Chris Middleton, and it's Tatum in at the 4. So that's the group out there for Charlotte. And the call will be against Derek White. That's foul number 2 for him. Williams against Vanderbilt. It's Milwaukee with a rebound. Isaac's got 5 rebounds tonight. White finds Durant. Down low. It's stolen by Tatum. Middleton outside. Kevin Durant pulls it in.
I'll tell you, despite his struggles at the offensive end, this team still finds themselves in control of the ball game.
Yeah, they want this to be a transition game. It's where they've been most effective.
Yeah, they've had less success when they allow the defense to get set. That's why they want to keep pushing the pace.
Tatum a screen on White. Tatum looking it over. 4 on the clock. Holiday from long range. It's hauled in by Isaac. Isaac's got his 6th rebound on the night.
Gotta love how they've been crashing the boards, fighting hard for every miss.
Back to Durant. To take the lead. Counted from distance. Durant's got 22 points.
He's hit 4 now from behind the arc, 2 in each half, making an impact.
And here's Holiday. It's Middleton on the wing. And Durant with the block. And he lobs it up to the rim. And Vanderbilt slams it in.
And how sweet was that play?
Pinpoint pass, set up the alley-oop flush. And we've got a timeout called by Charles Lee. He clearly wants to talk it over and make sure everyone is focused. Andre Drummond is checked in for Vanderbilt. Let's check in with our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Over that last break, I got a chance to hear what Charles Lee said to the team. He was very upbeat and positive, saying to his guys, let's go. I want you guys to up the pace. Look to push the ball up the floor whenever you can. They cannot stop us in transition. Let's see how the team responds. Guys?
Okay, thank you, Allie. Middleton passes to Tatum. To halt the run. Nails it from beyond the arc. 25 points in the game.
This has been a running theme for him. Hit a number of threes in the first half, now nails another.
Holiday against White. For 3, Durant. Williams grabs the board. Williams has got rebound number 8 here already in the game. Pass to Tatum. Now here's Ivy. Takes a 3. Tatum can't hit.
And I'm surprised that didn't go down. I mean, I'm sure he is too.
Oh, got a piece of it. And that's out of bounds. Last touch by Ivy.
They got very fortunate there, guys. They should just take their time on offense and not try to force things.
And how about that replay? Man, you got to appreciate the hustle on defense.
Oh, my. And that was textbook defense. Positioning himself well to send it back.
Hornets on D. Daniels passes to White. 6 on the shot clock. On the wing, Isaac. For 3, Durant. And the rebound goes to Charlotte. Ivy's got his 4th rebound in this one. Middleton passes to Holiday. Back to Middleton. From the low block. And he makes it. And the Hornets lead by 2.
And this is just typical of him. Always making an impact at crucial moments in the game.
This is a player who understands when the game is hanging in the balance. He knows it's winning time.
Here's Durant. Nice D from Tatum.
I don't know if he's tired or what, but he is definitely holding back a little bit, and he has to step his game up right now.
Pass to Middleton. And Andre Drummond is going to pick up the foul. That's foul number 2 for him.
Second team foul.
Middleton outside. Now Williams. 6 to shoot. 3-pointer. And Ivy gets a 3.
And something Ivy continues to improve. He's becoming a real threat from downtown.
To the paint. They get back on track. Inside. White gets it to go.
And their offensive game plan is clear. Get it inside and go to work.
Charlotte leading by 3. Pass to Tatum. And the layup is good off the glass. Tatum's got 27 points.
When you allow Jason Tatum to build momentum offensively, it can be a scary night.
And Doc Rivers calls timeout. Coach clearly has something he wants to say to his team right now. Durant against Middleton. Outside White. Drummond to screen on Holiday. Shot clock at 6. White on the wing. He's covered by Holiday. They get the rebound. Here's Drummond. And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line.
Well, that's just an excellent possession from this team. When you set up Andre Drummond down low, you're going to either take contact, get to the foul line, score it. So productive inside.
That one misses. That's off as well, so he misses both. Here's Charlotte. They've outscored them 10-2 during this run. Now here's Holiday. Here's Tatum. Tatum drops the hammer.
Oh, how easy it is to get off your feet. How about the spring from Jason Tatum?
Outside Durant. Over Middleton. The putback. Holiday grabs the miss. And so Holiday will bring it up for Charlotte. Outside Tatum. Pass to Ivy. Middleton against Isaac. Oh, great D that time from Isaac.
Boy, he cannot get anything to fall, but the teammates, boy, have they delivered.
Outside Durant. And another miss by Milwaukee.
I think he's gone completely dry. Nothing is hitting.
And this is where you hope that he can find something easy so he can see the ball go through the net.
Oh, so determined. Ivy just keeps coming at you.
Bucks trail by 9. Now White, outside Durant. To end the drought. That doesn't go either for Durant.
This guy just can't find his rhythm, and you look up at the scoreboard, they absolutely need his productivity.
Holiday passes to Tatum. Middleton with a screen on Isaac. There's Tatum with the 3. Drummond grabs the miss.
When you're not in rhythm with the 3 ball, why do you keep firing from there?
It's Daniels with a drive. Shot is good by Isaac.
Well, known for being a terrific passer, he shows you right there. Case in point.
Here's Charlotte. They're on a 14-4 run. Middleton passes to Tatum. And the call will be against Derek White. That's his 3rd foul of the game. Jones, he's checked in for Milwaukee.
Into the lineup for the Bucks, number 21, Tyus Jones.
Bucks on D. Williams in the post. Drummond defending. Williams misses. The Bucks trail by 7.
2 minutes remaining.
Outside Durant. 1:56 left in the 4th quarter. And so he draws the foul, headed to the line to shoot a pair.
As a big, you understand that contact is part of the game. Andre Drummond makes his living on tough, hard-nosed basketball.
He hits the first one, and that trims the lead to 6. So Drummond nails them both.
Those are big free throws. Now they need some defensive stops.
We've got 1:48 left to play in the 4th quarter. And the call will be against Jason Tatum. That's his first foul.
I love great defense. Just quick to establish his feet, and he takes the hit.
And a timeout called here by Doc Rivers, rallying his guys to make sure they all know the plan. A 1:42 left to play in the 4th quarter of this one. Durant against Middleton. Oh, KD! Filthy!
Well, we know Kevin Durant is one of the elite players in the NBA, and if there's a big shot to be made, he wants to take it.
Tatum inside. Drummond's there. Tatum can't hit. The Bucks trail by 3. Durant inside. Over Ivy. Durant, no good.
And this is a shot he can definitely make, and the defense not a factor at all.
Here's Tatum. Tatum knocks it down. He's locked in right now.
Jason Tatum under duress of the shot clock. Big moment, no problem.
Middleton against Durant. Outside Jones. Pass to Isaac. Here's Daniels. Drummond, the screen on Ivy. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Daniels. And it's good. What a beautiful beautiful shot. Brings them within 3.
And how about Daniels embracing the spotlight? He loves hitting these big-time shots.
Isaac against Tatum. Outside Holiday. He connects!
And they just continue to attack, even late in the game, while they're up big.
And as a result, they may be facing just a little bit less resistance right now. They are having their way.
Timeout called. Milwaukee. 16 seconds left to play in the fourth. What do you think is going to be their best move at this point?
But they're going to have to work fast coming out of the timeout.
This is the very definition of desperation mode right now. They need a quick shot and a quick foul.
Durant inside. Middleton covering. Outside Jones. Lets the 3 fly. The Hornets pull it in. Their biggest lead of the game was 9. And that's an intentional foul.
Third personal foul. Fourth team foul.
Here's Ivy. And so it's Charlotte winning this one. Boy, they didn't make it easy on their fans or themselves, but at the end of the day, everyone on their side is happy.
Yeah, happy indeed. The momentum shifted away from them a few times, especially early on. But give these guys credit for sticking with the game plan and finishing the job.
All right, let's send it down to Allie LaForce, who's with our player of the game.
Thanks, Jason. This team is on a roll. Plenty of energy on the sidelines. How much fun are you having out there?
Winning is fun. Hopefully we can keep it up, especially at home. We don't want to let our fans down. We got the best fans in the league. And they give us all the energy in the world. So, we appreciate that.
Doing it for the fans. Thanks, Jason.
Allie, thank you as always. And that'll do it, folks. For Doris Burke, Allie LaForce, and Grant Hill, and our entire crew, this is Brian Anderson thanking you for tuning in. And as we leave you, here's a look at our player of the game, Jason Tatum.
Welcome, everybody. Thanks for joining us for NBA action on 2K Sports. Kevin Harlan here with you. Joining me tonight, Stan Van Gundy and Greg Anthony. Our buddy David Aldridge is on the sideline getting story.
Get into a safe and comfortable sports experience. We therefore ask you to refrain from any.
And through this early portion, Greg. The season, we've had our fair share of surprises.
Yeah, it's fun to see the preseason predictions go up in flames, right? Every year it feels like we have at least one team that overachieves and shocks us all.
So let's take a look at the Toronto Raptors starting lineup. TJ McConnell is out there with Cason Wallace. Then there's Devin Vassell. Then it's Derek Lively, and it's Jones in a power forward.
You know, you got to respect Sexton's scoring ability. The closer he gets inside, the more effective he is.
McConnell passes to Lively. And so it's going to be a 3-second violation out there on the defense. So Colin Sexton is 6'3". He has the frame of a point guard, clearly. But Stan, his game is putting up points, and he can do it in a hurry.
Yeah, and Kevin, look, he's done it pretty efficiently in recent years. We have a lot of point guards in the league who are primarily scorers. And Sexton, though, you've also got to give him credit. He's made great strides as a playmaker.
He has indeed. Now, here's Brogdon. Coming in off a 21-point game his last outing. Pass to Williams. Nice ball movement by Boston. More for double team. To the paint, here's Butler, and it's Butler with the jam.
Well, if you give Butler an opening, he will exploit the defense.
McConnell against Sexton. McConnell passes to Vassell. Good, and McConnell gets the assist.
And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
Brogdon against McConnell. Pass to Butler. First quarter, about a minute and a half in. Outside, Horford. Now, here's Brogdon. 5 to shoot. Horford sets a screen for Brogdon. Here's Williams, and foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
And you don't ever want to get into the habit of letting the offense get to the rim.
This is his first trip to the line tonight. And the first one drops. Well, Coach, Boston has been so close to that 18th NBA championship banner, finally able to win the title last season.
Yeah, they've been to the conference finals 6 times in the last 8 years. Lost in the 2022 finals. They got over the top with 2 additions. Drew Holiday and Kristaps Porzingis. Those guys really helped.
Outside, Jones. Pass to Lively. Now McConnell. Vassell outside. And again, Toronto with the triple.
And Vassell's jumper continues to evolve and improve. He's a real threat off the catch.
Brogdon kicks to Williams. McConnell against Brogdon. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Williams.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Once he gets in deep on the defense, there is no way he's missing a layup like that.
Now here's Jones. Taking a look at his numbers, he averages about 7 points a game. Wallace with a screen for Jones. And Jones slams it in.
Well, when guys like Jones elevate, watch out.
And so it's Brogdon with it. He brings it up for Boston. They trail by 1. Here's Butler. His shot is good, making him a perfect 2 for 2 from the floor.
You know, you're going to have success when you can start out shooting 80% from the game. So early offensively, they've been great. That's the way you like to see it.
And the wide open shot from McConnell. Off target with his 3. For Boston, they've gone 4 of 5 from the field so far. Brogdon outside. Puts up a deep 3. Vassell grabs the board. The Raptors have gone 3 of 5 shooting the ball so far. McConnell passes to Wallace. Vassell outside. No good on the 3.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the 3. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
Now here's Butler. He had 15 points last outing. Horford with the screen on Jones. Down low. And a dunk by Horford.
Well, look, if you're facing Horford in that 2-man action, you have to track him off the pick.
And the timeout called by Darko Rajakovic. He wants to make some adjustments to the game plan, clearly. Right now, let's have a moment to check out the NBA's best three-point shooters. The 4th spot held by Colin Sexton.
What a percentage that is for him from three-point range this season. His deep touch is about as good as you're going to see.
Raptors trail by 3. McConnell passes to Lively. Wallace with the ball. Now here's McConnell. Scoreless thus far. Lively finds Vassell. A three-pointer is right on target. For the Celtics, they come into this one following a loss to the Brooklyn Nets.
You know what? That's a game where the coach might just want to burn the video because there's no question they're a better team than what we saw, but they got crushed on that night.
Yeah, but what matters now is how the team responds to a loss like that. That's what makes this a big game for them.
And that's the ball movement you're looking for, and Butler drills it.
Toronto's gone 3 of 7 from three-point range in the first quarter. And here is Vassell. And there's the call on Mark Williams. That's his first foul. And the Raptors making a change here. Antetokounmpo's checked in.
Substitution, number 34.
On defense, Boston. 3-point lead. Good ball movement here by the Raptors. Too long in the paint. He's hit with a 3-second violation. And let's quickly check out the scoring breakdown here for the Celtics.
Well, they're in a great flow. The ball's moving. All those assisted buckets means the offense is running well.
And on top of that, they've been asserting themselves offensively, getting a good chunk of their points from inside.
Naz Reid, he's checked in for Boston. Boston on D. Here's Antetokounmpo. Out to Wallace. Hands it from downtown.
Good job of stepping up to the plate there, seizing back the momentum for his team.
Yeah, plenty of lead changes in this game. It's gone back and forth.
Now here's Williams, who's averaging around 5.5 points a game. Sexton with it, and it's Wallace picking him up. Butler deciding where to go with it. Clock is at 3, and 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact. Dan, you know, you think about Jimmy Butler, and you and I are fans of his game. Talk about a guy who calls it like he sees it, though. My goodness.
Yeah, that's an understatement. Look, Jimmy's never going to hold back. He'll call out his teammates. He'll call out opponents. He'll call out the referees. This guy acts with no fear.
Just don't call out the broadcasters, right? We want to stay out of his range.
And he would have no reason to.
Exactly. Boston's gone 1 of 3 from beyond the arc so far in the game.
a team player through and through. Get open, and Sexton will send the ball your way.
The Raptors have gotten 5 of 10 shots to drop in this game so far, right at the 50% mark. Giannis outside. Jimmy Butler pulls it in.
And that is the exact type of opportunity this offense is looking to create.
Yeah, quality offense will serve you well in the long run. You can't settle for bad shots.
Now here's Butler. 8 points for him. Reed misses. With a short break in the action gives us a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge.
Thank you, Kevin. Had a chance to catch up with Joe Mazzulla. I asked him what his team needed to do in order to contain Giannis Antetokounmpo. The coach told me we have to make sure to communicate and help out on defense, specifically clogging up and taking away lanes to the rim. That's how he can really hurt you. Of course, it'll be an all-hands-on-deck tonight approach, trying to stop the Greek Freak. Guys?
Thank you, David. And a moment here to find out what the news is out in the Western Conference. Shams Charania is on the line. Shams, what do you have for us?
Thanks, Kevin. Right now, the story is with Sacramento as the Kings front office is executing early season deals. They made a deal for Tyler Hero, a guy who plays with absolutely no fear. He's ultra confident, but he almost always backs it up. And from everything I hear, he's a fiery competitor who brings a lot to the table for this team.
Hey, Shams, we appreciate the report. Always some interesting news to find out about the NBA. Boston making a switch here. Stewart's checked in. On the wing, Giannis. He's defended by Herter. And Giannis gets it to go.
And you can see the growing confidence that Giannis has in that mid-range.
LeVert with it. Nothing on the board. Pass to Herter. And the bucket is good. 3-point play chance here for him.
They are just killing him on the interior.
And he's got his first chance at the line here.
Personal foul. Third team foul. At the line for your Celtics, Kevin Herter.
Free throw good, Herter. And the defense of this Raptors team, Greg, they are built to switch.
And it's no accident with their roster construction. They like having wings that can guard all 5 positions. Makes defending a much easier prospect. I'll tell you what, I'm not sure these guys can keep this up.
Well, you expect there to be peaks and valleys, but you've got some excellent scores on both sides.
Reed, a special move before the shot. And the Celtics lead by 3.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
Wade, a screen on LeVert. Pulls up on the wing. Vassell, no good.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that.
LeVert against Wade. Takes the 13-footer. And it's LeVert missing.
And they've come out with a take-no-prisoners approach on the glass here tonight, guys.
Here's Abaji, defended by Sexton. Clock at 6. Pass to Abaji. Knocks down the 3-ball. Abaji's got it all tied up now for Toronto.
And just no excuse, guys, for leaving a shooter like him open beyond the arc.
55 seconds left here in the first quarter. That shot wide open. Reeves got 5 now.
Matching baskets from the perimeter, an earmark of today's game.
Yeah, sometimes you get in a shootout like this, but you just hope that you can get a stop first.
Now here's Wade. Still scoreless. Vassell, no good.
Well, the process was good. A solid look inside. Sometimes the basketball just doesn't go in.
Here's LeVert. Missed inside. Raptors trail by 3. Pass to Giannis. Sexton against Vassell. Back to Antetokounmpo. And Antetokounmpo slams it in.
That's just a great pass. Excellent vision to see the open spot in the defense and lead him to the score.
Jimmy Butler has been on display for the Boston Celtics. He notched 8 points in the quarter and has that terrific basketball instinct on display. Back right after this. And some good action in the books as we get back to the game that's been pretty close here so far. What do you guys think about the Celtics here in this one?
Aggressive at running guys to the backboard. You could tell it was part of their game plan coming in.
Yeah, we're not surprised by this. These guys work hard and they are physical.
Mark Williams is out there with Reed. Then it's Kevin Huerter. Then there's Sexton. And it's Butler in at the small forward. That's the 5 to begin the second quarter for the Celtics. Wants to get it to Reed, and does. And that one is hammered home.
Superb focus from Reed. He excels at using his strength to push through contact inside.
And that's life above the rim, courtesy of our AT&T 5G Slam Cam. And here's Giannis. He'll bring it up for the Raptors. It's a 3-point game. They put up a nice win against Detroit the last time out.
Yeah, they got into a terrific flow offensively, but a lot of that was because the defense they were facing was mediocre.
Yeah, but even against weak defense, your execution still matters. Luckily, they were able to take advantage.
Now here's Huerter. Reed with a screen for Huerter. Shot clock at 6. For the 3. Rebound by the Raptors. And guys, this is the first they're seeing of Boston. Outside, Antetokounmpo takes the 3. Rebound by the Celtics. Williams has got rebound number 5 here tonight.
More good work on the glass there. When it's all said and done, I think rebounding might tell the story in this game.
Now here's Williams. Pass to Butler. The bucket down low.
From anywhere on the floor, Butler's a threat. And the more points he gets inside, the more dangerous he becomes on the perimeter.
Antetokounmpo, a screen on Huerter. Here's Jones. Antetokounmpo setting the pick for Jones. Baseline J on the way. Reed with the block. Sexton against Antetokounmpo. It's stolen by Jones. They're running. Here's Wallace. And it's Wallace slamming it down.
That's a stomach punch, guys. Turn it over and give him a free run to the bucket.
Oh, you're so right. No question who has the momentum now.
A sequence like that really does sting. I'll tell you that much.
Here's Sexton after the Raptors pick up 2. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. Great Colin Sexton, still so young. He entered the league when he was just 19.
Yeah, drafted back in 2018. Sexton has a few years left in his 20s, so you expect him to continue to expand his game and improve on both ends.
Well, you know, Sexton is the definition of a spark plug. He's a high-energy, high-paced player and is terrific at creating scoring opportunities for himself.
Here's what Boston's going with right now. Al Horford's checked in for Reed. And Malcolm Brogdon subbed in for Kevin Huerter. And Darko Rajakovic calls timeout. Wants to regroup and go over the strategy. Cameron Payne's checked in for Colin Sexton. This break in the action gives us a chance to show you the NBA's current fast break specialists. 5th, the Raptors.
it's an entertaining style of play. And look, those are the baskets you want if you've got the legs for it. Scoring becomes a lot easier.
Wallace against Williams. Pass to McConnell. From deep. Horford with the rebound.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
Brogdon the pass to Payne. The jumper from the free throw line is good. Payne's got his first bucket of the night.
Easy little jumper for him right there, guys.
McConnell finds Lively. Now here's Wallace. He's guarded by Brogdon. Pass to Batum and stolen by Horford. Butler against McConnell. And it's Butler missing. Raptors trail by 7. McConnell passes to Wallace. Lively sets a screen for Wallace. And again, no good by Toronto. Boston's gone 3 of 7 tonight from three-point territory. Here's Butler. A tad short, but it's good off the front iron. Butler's got the lead up to 9 now for Boston.
Yeah, they're going to have a nice little run here.
McConnell passes to Lively. A three-pointer, no good. For Boston, they've gone 4 of 6 from the field here in the second. Brogdon kicks to Butler. Horford with the screen on Jones. Here's Butler. Butler. And it's Butler stuffing it right back through.
And now you see them starting to really work the ball inside.
Raptors trail by 11. Screen by Jones. Wallace the pass to Lively. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming up. That one on Horford. As a coach, what were some of your favorite parts, Stan, of life on the road?
Well, Kevin, we get treated really well on the road in the NBA. You travel on great charters. People take care of your bags. We stay in great hotels. But my favorite part of being on the road was when we were on our way home. Easier to win at home, family at home. That was the favorite part of it.
How about the bonding experience that a lot of coaches talk about when you're out there kind of alone against the forces, just you and your team?
Well, I definitely think players bond on trips like that because they're not going in different directions. They team to spend time together. I don't think any of them ever wanted to spend time with me.
Now, here's Butler. He's got 14. Will not drop through. That miss puts him at 6 for 10. Raptors trail by 9. Jones, the pass to McConnell. Now, Lively, guarded by Horford. Here's McConnell. The 10-footer finds the target. McConnell's got his first bucket in this one. For Boston, they've gotten just over 50% of their shots to drop here in the second quarter. They're 5 for 9. Brogdon outside. Horford with the screen on Wallace. And that one's good. Brogdon's got his second basket.
And you got to have a great understanding of your teammates in the pick and roll. Brogdon's in sync with everybody out there.
Now here's Wallace. 5 points in the game. Whistle blows. Bucket is good. And he'll have a chance at the line to make it a 3-point play.
And they've done well at taking advantage of some late defensive rotations and getting the ball in the paint.
The Raptors shooting their 5th free throw of the game here. Here's what Boston's going with right now. Stewart comes in for Williams. And Karis LeVert subbed in for Butler. And Toronto also making a switch. Vassell, he's checked in for Jones. Coach, on top of being an impactful player, Malcolm Brogdon has always been the consummate pro.
He sure has, Kevin. He fits in seamlessly wherever he goes. Works hard, puts the team first, and is willing to accept whatever role is given to him.
And Toronto making a change here. Abaji's checked in.
And he's the glue that holds this team together. Brogdon's calm demeanor and lead-by-example approach is so valuable to this squad.
Now, here's Vassell. 13 points in the game.
Well, you love the unselfishness. Makes the next pass and enables his team to capitalize on the possession.
Brogdon against Vassell. Launches it. Again, the miss by the Celtics. And so it's McConnell with it. He'll bring it up for the Toronto Raptors. They trail by 6. Inside, and here comes the break. Count the basket. Haynes got his second bucket tonight.
A primary responsibility of Brogdon's. When someone is open on his squad, he gets it to him.
Here's McConnell. He's averaging around 5.5 points a game. Pass to Abaji. Here's Clark. Levert defending, and he gets the bucket. Clark's got his first 2 points of the night.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Stewart with the screen on McConnell. Payne. Rebound by the Raptors. Next up will be a home game matched up against the Pacers. That'll be the first of 2 straight at home. And there's the 3-second call, this one on the defense. The Raptors have only 1 missed free throw. They've had 5 attempts and made 4 of them.
And in terms of team numbers, the free throw percentage is right at 74.
And the technical free throw is good. Greg, you know this. Getting that second contract is a major goal for young players in the NBA, like Devin Vassell.
And Devin did, signing a huge 5-year extension in 23. He ended up having his finest year after inking that deal. Vassell has a very bright future.
Now, here's McConnell. Good ball movement here by the Raptors. And the Raptors miss again.
Defensive breakdown there, and they got lucky. He's not going to miss too many of those.
Brogdon against McConnell. Reed the pass to Levert. Back to Reed. It's stolen by Wade. And here we go. Wade heading to the hoop. And then Wade slams it in.
He takes advantage of them in every way possible.
And Greg, he lures them into a trap on the steal, and then bang, straight to the bucket.
Turning great defense into great offense. That's the kind of stop you're looking for.
Look at Brogdon rewarding his man. Got the screen and then able to find him on that pocket pass.
Brogdon against Vassell. From downtown. Sinks the triple. Vassell's got 4 this quarter.
And even after all those 3-pointers he hit in that first quarter, it looks like the D still didn't learn its lesson as they've left him open for another one.
Now, here's Brogdon. He has 5.
2 fouls for him now in the first half. He's going to have to be really smart going forward.
Sexton, he's checked in for the Celtics. Giannis, he's checked in for the Raptors. Marcus Sasser comes in for T.J. McConnell. We've got 1:13 left to play here in the half. Levert against Vassell. Pass to Herter. Just 4 to shoot. Shot from 12. Antetokounmpo pulls it in. Toronto with the ball. They're on a 16-7 run. To the middle. And the basket by Wade. Wade's got the game tied up here for the Raptors.
And they've repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
And here's Reed from past the arc. Trains it from beyond the arc. Reed's got 12 in the game.
Well, they have leaned on him offensively with good reason. Efficiency will help you win a lot of games.
Antetokounmpo setting the pick for Vassell. And the Raptors hit again from deep.
And once again, the defense allowing him to get a clean look at that triple. He continues to do some big-time damage from downtown.
Now here's Herter. He's got 8. We've got 13 seconds left here in the second. Stewart with the screen on Vassell. Three-pointer. He can't get it to go. Tie game in Boston. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
The Raptors, 51.
Thanks so much, David, and we'll step away briefly, but get you right back out here for the start of the third quarter after this break.
Howdy, folks.
The young guys are playing well, but it's a long season.
Now moving on to the Boston Celtics and the close first half they played.
Depth has been the key for them so far. They've gotten a nice spark from their second unit, especially at the offensive end.
And they've needed every bit of that bench production. It's been the difference. Thanks for joining us. Now let's toss it to Kevin Harlan for the start of the second half.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. Nice game. Great performance by Devin Vassell.
Well, we'll find out if they were able to find an answer for him over the break. He was scoring with ease in that first half.
Yeah, I'd love to see what they drew up in the locker room, because you're right. He's the problem right now.
Well, Greg, Boston didn't just win the title. They won their 18th NBA championship in style.
No series went more than 5, going 16-3 in the postseason, Kevin. Half of those wins were by 15 or more. The Celtics really weren't even challenged during that title run.
So for Toronto right now, we've got Devin Vassell. Wallace is out there with T.J. McConnell. Then it's Jones, and it's Lively in at the center position. Raptors trail by 3. McConnell passes to Wallace. Vassell outside. And they get it back. Wallace up on top. He's guarded by Brogdon. It's slammed in by Jones.
And those plays can make a difference in a game like this.
Well, you know it's going to fire up, Greg, everybody on that bench.
And guys, you cannot allow that in a close game. You have to make it harder than that.
Now, here's Sexton. Scoring-wise, he's definitely making his mark. Right now, he's averaging about 19 points a game. And there's the whistle on the shot. Took the foul, shot misses. He'll be shooting 2.
Well, these coaches can't be happy they fouled Sexton. He's a good foul shooter.
First free throw is good. You know, Stan, we hear all the time about after timeout plays. About how many of those do teams really have at their disposal?
Well, you certainly have to have a few, Kevin. Coaches vary in their philosophy. Some coaches will draw them up on the fly. I was one, like a lot of guys, who wanted to have things that we've worked on that then we could go to. But that just depends on who you've got, how smart your guys are, how quickly they pick things up.
Now here's Wallace. 7 points in the game. Pass to McConnell. 4 on the clock. And the 3 ball is good. McConnell's got his second bucket of the night.
Well, maybe not the shot they were looking for there, but the defense gave it to him, and he knocked it down.
Here's Butler. Shoots over Lively. That's tipped. Here's Wallace. And trying for the go-ahead basket. It doesn't go in. And so it's Brogdon with it. He brings it up for the Celtics. They've led by as many as 11 points. And it's Williams with the jam.
And using his length, getting in close to stuff it down. That's just too easy.
The Celtics have shot 9 of 11 at the free throw line.
And as a team, really just middle of the pack in terms of their percentage from the line at about 76.
Raptors trail by 3. Vassell outside. Jones sets the pick for Vassell. Misses the 3. Boston's gone to the three-pointer 11 times tonight, nailed 5 of them. Vassell against Brogdon. And the basket is good. Got it to go through on the contact, so a free throw coming up. Great opportunity for a three-point play. He's made all 3 of his free throws so far. Jarris Walker, he's checked in for Vassell. When it comes to players who like having fun, Greg, Jimmy Butler has to be way up there.
Kevin, did you see his media picture for the 23-24 season? He looked like he belonged in an emo band with that hairstyle. Jimmy is definitely one of those guys that likes to troll and have fun.
Wallace, good.
Yeah, for still being fairly new to the league, you gotta love the vision Jones brings.
Boston leading by 3. Sexton deciding where to go with it. Inside, here's Horford. And Lively pulls it down.
I'm a fan of anybody who defends that way. I mean, they weren't about to open the door and just allow him to cruise in for a layup.
For Boston, they've gone 3 of 5 to start the second half, developing a nice rhythm out there. They get it back. Second chance shot. And the bucket is good from Butler in deep. Butler's got 16 points.
Yeah, the defense is really struggling to contain Butler. He keeps finding ways to beat him.
And the timeout called by Darko Rajakovic. Looking for a breather and maybe just 1 or 2 things to talk about. And the Celtics making a change here. Reed's checked in. Then for the Raptors, Nicholas Batum. He's checked in for Derek Lively. And it's Brandon Clark in for Jones. Clark finds Wallace. And the Raptors miss again.
Yeah, he hasn't been at his best this quarter. I'd like to see him be a little more patient right now.
Here's Sexton. Tries again. Yes, that goes in. Sexton's got 4 points in the quarter.
And defensively, guys, they've been unable to shut down the middle.
Walker is screen on Sexton. Wallace kicks to Walker. Back to Wallace. And the Raptors miss again.
And even without that 3-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
That's good from Brogdon on the assist by Sexton. And now a 9-point Boston lead. Toronto shooting pretty terrible here in the third quarter at around 30%. And it's a defensive 3-second violation. And what do you guys think so far about the offensive approach for the Celtics?
Well, they've clearly been focused on getting the ball inside. And up to this point, the defense has not had an answer.
And also, guys, how about the hustle we've seen on the boards? They're getting after it and cashing in on second chance scoring opportunities.
Here's what Boston's going with right now. Stewart checked in for Mark Williams. Kevin Huerter comes in for Butler. And it's Payne in for Malcolm Brogdon. The Raptors also with a sub. Sasser's checked in. And it's the Celtics with the ball. Raptors knocking down the tray. Pass to Huerter. Reed with a screen for Huerter. Now Reed on the clock. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Down low. And it's Clark slamming it down.
Quick off the floor and powerful. Clark loves to attack that rim.
Pass to Reed. Stewart with it. Defended by Batum. Stewart passes to Herter. It's Clark with the rebound.
Wow. Missed the easy one right there, right at the rim, but came up empty.
Took him no time at all on that one. Now just a 1-point Boston lead.
Oh, great ball movement there.
Kane kicks to Herter. Reed with a screen on Walker. With the drive. Gets it to fall. The bucket from Herter.
Really, really good at recognizing the gaps and getting the ball to the rim.
Raptors trail by 3. Now Sasser. He has yet to score. Batum inside. He's defended by Herter. Pass to Clark for the tie. It's hauled in by Stewart. Celtics leading by 3. Sexton the pass to Payne. Here's Reed. Celtics passing it around. Now here's Herter. 10 points for him. Stewart. Good. Nice job down low. Stewart's got his first basket of the night.
Well, look, offensively, you want to put Stewart in the pick and roll. He's just so versatile.
Sexton against Wallace. Batum a screen on Sexton. Here's Wallace. It's hauled in by Stewart. Stewart's got 4 rebounds in this game.
And boy, have they been hitting the backboard in this game or what? Kind of surprising it's such a tight game.
Now here's Reed. He's got 12. And it's Toronto with the rebound. Wallace outside. Here's Sasser, defended by Sexton. Walker in the corner. A three-pointer is right on target. Walker's got 6 here in this quarter.
And they have been relentless from deep. And you see the defense trying to react, but to no avail.
Look, when the 3 is falling like this, there's not a whole lot you can do defensively.
And the shot goes down.
And not quite as aggressive from outside as they were in the first half, sticking to the high percentage shots, playing smart with the lead.
Here's Sasser, still without a basket. From the arc, buries the long-range jumper.
Yeah, those are starting to add up, guys. Of their last 5 baskets, 3 have been tripled.
And we've got a timeout from Joe Mazzulla. Wants to talk some things over, might be seeing some things to adjust. LeVert's checked in for Kane. A new group in now for the Raptors. Let's see some of the numbers here for Derek Lively.
In the last 5 games, you can see the trend upwards for effective field goal percentage. And it shows you how confident he's playing right now.
LeVert against Vassell. Pass to Reed. 6 on the shot clock. And here's LeVert, covered by Vassell. Nice move. And it's LeVert missing.
And he rushed that one, no doubt about it. The D out of position, you can see the frustration on his face.
Offensive rebound. And they call the foul, so a chance at the line for one more coming up.
And they have scraped and clawed to get back into this thing, just chipping away little by little and finally now taking the lead.
And this is his first trip to the line tonight.
Giannis Antetokounmpo, shooting 1.
That's good from Antetokounmpo. You know, you were talking about Giannis. He can put up 30 a game without taking many shots from the perimeter. That's a tall order these days, especially because he gets doubled every single time. Now, here's Stewart. Back to LeVert. The Celtics need to get a shot off. Bangs home the trifecta. Herter's got 5 points now in the quarter.
And how about the recognition there from LeVert? Coaching staff will appreciate that kind of ball movement.
And here is Vassell. No good from outside. We're at the end of the third, and we've still got a close one. Celtics lead by 1. And do not go away, as we'll be back in just a few moments with the start of our fourth quarter coming up next. And how about a look now at our assist of the game? Brought to you by State Farm.
And, you know, you can always count on him for at least a couple of these pretty assists over the course of a game. And this one, a thing of beauty.
Well, that is what coaches want from their point guard. Set others up, play the game the right way.
And with 3 quarters behind us, we start the fourth quarter, what is still anybody's ballgame. They've got Horford. Kevin Huerter is out there with Williams. Then there's Karis LeVert. And it's Brogdon in at the 1. That's the Boston 5. Now here's Williams. Huerter finds Brogdon. Williams sets a screen for Brogdon. Here he goes. It's hauled in by the Raptors. To the inside. Got a piece of it. Vassell, the pass to Abaji. Back to Vassell. Pass to Lively. Good on the three-point shot. Lively's got the lead up to 2 now for the Raptors.
They've given up a lot of three-pointers here today.
1 minute now into this fourth quarter. Williams a screen on Vassell. LeVert the pass to Horford. Williams kicks to Brogdon. Here's Sasser. He's guarded by Brogdon. And Antetokounmpo comes up empty down low. Boston's gone 6 of 14 with the 3 ball tonight. Just a little over 40%. Pass to LeVert. And there's the whistle. 3-second violation.
Sometimes the action speeds up on you a little too much. 2 teammates not on the same wavelength there.
Butler, he's checked in for Boston. T.J. McConnell, he's checked in for the Raptors. Now, here's McConnell. Over Horford. And it's sent back by Horford.
The veteran defensive instincts of Horford. He knew that shot was coming and gets there for the block.
Three-pointer, Butler. It's hauled in by the Raptors. Lively's got his 4th rebound in this one.
Well, so far in the second half, he hasn't been able to get another 3 to fall.
Here's Sasser. Great D that time from LeVert. The Celtics have gone 0-3 to start the fourth quarter. Brogdon against McConnell. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
And defense comes at Brogdon hard, but he shoots through. Good technique helped him get that one off.
The first one falls. Cason Wallace. He's checked in for the Raptors. That one falls, so he hits both of them. The Raptors have gone 1 of 4 since the end of the third quarter. We're in the fourth quarter here, just under 2.5 minutes gone. And the call will be against Karis LeVert. That is his first foul of the game. Here's McConnell. Antetokounmpo, a screen on LeVert. McConnell finds Antetokounmpo, goes straight through the defender for the dunk, draws the foul. He'll go to the line. That one on Horford.
Just simply overpowers the defense. Giannis flexing that near 7-foot frame.
Giannis Antetokounmpo, one shot.
And that one misses. Boston's gotten off to an 0-for-2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter. Wallace against LeVert. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. It's going to be on Devin Vassell.
Oh, tricky shot for LeVert. Defense is all over him, but he draws a foul on that attempt.
No good on the second free throw. And it's McConnell with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Raptors. A great fourth quarter, just giving up 2 points. Wallace misses.
I like where he took that shot. The D was just too strong.
Here's Butler. Oh, no, stopping Butler that time.
Well, the defense was all over him, but Butler is not someone who gets rattled.
Giannis outside. And again, Toronto no up. Boston's gotten the three-point bug tonight. They've taken 15 shots outside the arc. 6 of 15. And the call is going to be... Yes, it is. An illegal screen. And now, look at Boston's upcoming schedule. On Tuesday, they'll be playing against Draymond Green and the Cleveland Cavaliers. And then on Friday, they'll be taking on Klay Thompson and the Washington Wizards.
And looking at the Minnesota matchup, you know they're going to be amped up for that one. And they'll need to be. That's going to be one tough game for that group, having a lot of trouble stopping the three-point shot.
Outside Williams. Pass to Horford. Brogdon outside. Floats it up for Butler, and it's Butler with the jam.
Two teammates in total sync. Butler getting good position and not taking any chances on the finish.
Now, here's McConnell. A shot by Antetokounmpo. Nobody around. Off target from outside. For Boston, they've gone 2 for 5 on field goal attempts in the fourth quarter. Pass to Brogdon. Williams sets a screen for Brogdon. No luck that time on the shot that would have put them on top. Raptors with the lead. Wallace outside. To the paint. They double him with Horford. For 3. Horford with the rebound. Horford's got rebound number 8 now on the night.
Well, he had a great first half from three-point range, but hasn't quite gotten his touchback since the break.
And got to push LeVert out of that area because he's very comfortable looking to score from there.
Vassell with it. Horford with the rebound. Horford's got 9 rebounds in the game, getting it done. Here's Butler, and it's Boston with another.
Yeah, and we've seen Butler go to that pull-up so many times in his career. It's his bread and butter.
Vassell. Here's Lively, and finished off by Lively.
Doing his job on the glass and doing it with force.
And Greg, it's not everybody in the league who can make those kinds of plays.
Well, he gets paid to be a factor on the glass. That's a nice dunk to finish it off.
Such a wide open look. And the Celtics lead by 4.
Well, it's much easier to space the floor when you have effective shooters like Brogdon on your roster.
Offensive rebound. Toronto working the ball around now. From deep, Giannis. And Horford pulls it down.
Well, they desperately need him to get going offensively. He's got to refocus and just start taking better shots.
Now, here's Horford. Williams from outside. Rebound by the Raptors. Lively's got rebound number 8 now on the night. Bounce pass, Wallace. Pass to Vassell. Giannis with it. Powers through inside. Giannis.
Yeah, you have to give him a lot of credit here. He's turned things around after a disappointing first half.
And we've got a timeout from Joe Mazzulla. It's a chance for them to regroup and refocus. Celtics making a switch here. Sexton's checked in. Jones checked in for the Raptors. And let's head over to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Thanks, guys. Listened in on what Joe Mazzulla told his team. Now, with the game in the balance, he had some encouraging words for his team. He said, this is what we wanted. We thought if we kept it close, we could pull it out. Now let's go out there and do just that. Back to you guys.
Thank you, David. Right side, Sexton. Rebound by the Raptors. Wallace outside. Vassell outside. 6 to shoot. Here's McConnell, and it's out of bounds. The Celtics will take it the other way. Kevin Herter, he's checked in for Colin Sexton. And Toronto also making a switch. Sasser's checked in. And so Joe Mazzulla calls for the timeout. There was no hesitating. He wants to talk to the team right now. And Toronto making a change here. McConnell's checked in. Brogdon outside. Back to Butler. Got a piece of it.
And they get the rebound, but guys, that's been the issue throughout the game.
Here's McConnell. Jones trying to get open. A shot by McConnell, no good. And Brogdon has got the ball here for the Celtics. They've led by as many as 11 points. And they call the foul, so he's got the and one chance here to make it a three-point play. Free throw, good Butler.
And how big was that? He is just so reliable, so confident at the free throw line.
Vassell against Butler. Yes, and the foul. It's on Jimmy Butler.
Well, they needed a bucket right there, and it's Vassell who answers the call.
Shooting for Toronto.
And that one falls for Vassell. For Boston, they've gone 6 of 13, so just above 46% on their field goal attempts here in the quarter. It's tipped, and they recover it for three. Brogdon. And Jones pulls it down. Toronto trailing. Vassell outside. To the inside. Lively. And he hits it to tie the game up. Lively's got 10 points in just the second half. Boston's gotten some tough luck from three-point range. In the fourth quarter, they've hit just 1 of 6 from deep. Horford with a screen on McConnell. Pass to Butler. Now here's Herter. The kick out to Williams. Now Brogdon beyond the arc. Good, and Butler gets the assist. Brogdon's got 8 here in the quarter.
And look who is ready for the pressure. Brogdon with a clutch shot.
Butler against Vassell. That one, no good. Celtics leading by 3. Pass to Butler. Here's the teardrop. And that's out of bounds. Boston will retain possession. .52 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. Brogdon finds Butler. 5 on the clock. Shoots over Vassell. Here's Horford. It's good.
And why not go to Horford? Big Al has played in so many big games, not intimidated by the moment.
And the timeout called by Darko Rajakovic. And clearly an important juncture. He's going to have some choice words with his team. Vassell against Herter. Lost contact on the shot, and now a three-point play chance as he'll head to the line.
Well, Vassell managing to stay in total control in a clutch situation.
Colin Sexton, he's checked in for the Celtics.
A great job to get the bucket and to get to the line. When the game's on the line, you want your guys attacking like he did there.
This is a huge possession.
And this is where all the hard work pays off. You have to be able to execute under pressure.
Now here's Butler. Horford with the screen on Vassell.
Big-time basket at a big-time moment.
Yeah, don't you just love to see a player embrace that kind of pressure?
And the Raptors call time here. They're behind by 4. And what's their best move at this point?
An uphill climb. They need everything to break their way.
Well, I'm sure they'll run a play they believe in. If it works, I say try for the steal, and if you don't get it, immediate foul.
Here's Wallace. Money!
Yeah, just a breakdown defensively there allows them to wind up with an easy dunk straight off the inbound.
And they commit an intentional foul. It's another one of those so they can get into the penalty.
Yeah, you have to do that, though. You can't just let them dribble the game out.
And that's a block right there. He swats that ball away with some energy.
And guys, they'll think twice about attempting that shot again. That was a big-time rejection.
And they go to the intentional foul.
Second personal foul. Fifth team foul. At the line for your Celtics, Malcolm Brogdon.
So the first one drops, and that makes it a 3-point lead. And so he drops them both. It's a 4-point ball game.
Great composure there. Calmly knocks them down to put this game out of reach.
Pass to Vassell. Lets it go with a 3. Yes! And that shot brings them to within just 1. And we've got a timeout from Joe Mazzulla. No doubt he is feeling the importance of this moment right now. And they need to stop the clock, so there's a foul. Good on the first, and that will put them up by 2.
4
So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's a 3-point game.
Well, talk about poise under pressure. Barry's got it. Oh, what a hit. That is such a tough shot.
What a shot. Just when you think the game is over, he's able to knock it down from deep.
And that's going to do it for regulation. So we are headed to overtime. We'll take a quick break, then get you back to the action. And now we get set for overtime in what has been a stirring contest. Malcolm Brogdon. Williams is out there with Butler. Then there's Horford. And it's Sexton in at the shooting guard position. Jones, the pass to Vassell. And no good. Had a chance to take the lead there. And Brogdon has got the ball here for Boston. The open look here for Sexton. And good. Coming on the assist by Brogdon. Sexton's got the first points here in the overtime period for the Celtics. On the wing, Jones. Here's Vassell, and they come right back with their own three-pointer. Vassell's got it all tied up now for the Raptors. The Celtics shooting 53% from the floor. They're locked in. Sexton against Wallace. Sexton the pass to Williams, and it's slammed in by Williams. Great game for him. Double-double now. 10 points and 16 rebounds.
Well, he sends it inside where they can get a high percentage look. That's just great basketball.
And there's the defensive 3-second call. You coached Stan at various levels for 30 years. How has the transition been to the broadcasting business?
Well, Kevin, it's been great because of people like you and because I'm undefeated.
Right. But you miss the aftermath when there's at least a score sheet. There's a scorecard that says win or loss.
I do miss that. There's no question. I miss the competition. I miss the camaraderie of building toward a result. But I've started to get some of that in broadcasting as I've gotten to know my partners better.
Well, it's great being your partner.
Likewise.
Butler, no good. Toronto's gone 1 of 2 so far in their three-point attempts in overtime. Here's Wallace. Williams with the block. Wallace against Sexton. Horford from outside. And Jones pulls it down. Jones has got his 4th rebound in this one. McConnell passes to Lively. Wallace looking for an opening. Back to Jones. And there's the 3-second call. This one on the defense. And the technical free throw, missing that time. They'll retain possession here, however.
Well, you know, every team wants multiple Herb Jones on their roster. He can really shoot it, and Herb's wing defense is just elite.
Butler with the steal. And a fast break now for the Celtics. It's deflected. And he stays with it. And out of bounds as Toronto gains possession.
Oh, come on. You cannot let that happen in this situation.
The Raptors have gone 1 of 4 from the field in the overtime period so far. Vassell against Butler. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
Well, Vassell went in anyway, knowing contact was coming.
Vassell, 2 shots.
First one, and that narrows the gap to 1.
Well, a strong off guard. Vassell gives you a little of everything offensively. A key player for this team.
Break is his second attempt at the line. No good.
When you watch Vassell, he's a prototype wing for this era. Has length, skill, and plays both ends of the court.
Here's Butler. Busted. No good that time either. Toronto's gone 1 of 2 so far in their three-point attempts in overtime. To the middle. Here's Jones. Oh, and they take the lead. And the Raptors lead by 1.
This really speaks to Jones' mental toughness, that he's able to get the big bucket when they need it.
Butler passes to Sexton. And that one, good.
Well, I think Sexton enjoys taking over in the big moments. He wants to be that guy for his team.
Here's Vassell. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. It's on Jimmy Butler.
They had a foul to give there, but you'd rather not have it cost your team points.
He knocks down the clutch free throw. And so he's good on both free throws, and that gives them the lead.
And that's big there. Once he got the opportunity to get to the line and take the lead, you have got to convert.
And so Joe Mazzulla calls for the timeout. Pivotal moment in this game. He's not taking any chances. He'll call time. Here's Butler. Rebound by the Raptors. Guys, they're not going to be in any rush on this possession.
Not with the lead. Now's the time to burn some clock.
That is a big-time shot from Vassell. This guy is a gamer.
So it's Boston now. The Raptors getting the bucket. And so Joe Mazzulla calls for the timeout. The magnitude at this juncture in the game clearly warranting a timeout.
Let's get on for Celtics Entertainment.
Got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Sexton finds Butler. Shot clock at 5. Horford. Back to Butler. Oh, wow. Unable to get a shot off in time, and they turn it over. A very unfortunate time there to pick up the shot clock violation. They're going to prolong the game here with an intentional foul.
Sexton, first personal foul, third team foul. Shooting for Toronto. Two shots.
It's the first, and that gives them a 4-point cushion. cannot convert on the second. That misses. There's the three. Can't hit that one. And so the big win by Toronto in a tight game. They escaped with a victory, although they needed an extra period to get it done.
Yeah, but what a great game. I mean, both teams, I felt like, gave it their all. But when it came to OT, it was just all about sheer determination on their part.
It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Hey, Kevin, thank you. Giannis, obviously a big matchup tonight. How locked in were you all tonight?
We came out tonight. We knew it was going to be a tough game. We played hard, we played together, and that's why we got the win. And I'm really proud of my teammates.
Well, it was a team effort that led to a big W, man. I appreciate your time. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, thank you. And that about wraps it up. So, for Stan Van Gundy, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thank you for watching the NBA, presented by 2K Sports. And now, our player of the game, Devin Vassell.